Today we're unboxing Workable. This video is not sponsored by Workable and all opinions expressed are purely my own. I'm Caleb Fortune with Trust Radius, and this evaluation is going to be looking at Workable for its pricing, compatibility, installation, user interface, resources, support, and reviews. Start off, what is Workable? Well, let's check it out. From requisitions and approvals to offer letters and onboarding, Workable provides more than just applicant tracking, says the vendor. With 40+ integrations and AI-powered candidate sourcing, the vendor reports its recruiting software is used by companies across the globe to find, evaluate, and hire better candidates faster. All right, moving into pricing, we have 3 different plans here, and actually I love the way they break this down. You can like select your company size to pretty much adjust what those plans look like, except for the pay-go plan that seems to be very small niche, need-based. And does look like 1,000+. You have to reach out and get like a custom quote. Top tier is looking at $2,000 plus a little bit per month. But we're just gonna look at the lowest for like 1 to 20 employees for small businesses. If you need more specific information for yourself, definitely hop on their website and look at this little calculator. It's lovely. I really enjoy it. All right, so looking at the pay-go plan, it is $129 per month, pay per job. This includes job postings of 200+ boards globally, careers page builder, AI-powered sourcing, Gmail, Outlook, Zoom integrations, automated actions and self-scheduling, e-signatures and offer letters, automated GDPR, EEO, OF, CCP, CCPA compliance, woohoo, self-guided onboarding. Awesome. Moving into standard, it's almost hard to believe that you would need some of these capabilities if you were only a 1 to 20 employee business, but I'm sure there are cases where that makes sense. Standard plan is $279 per month, which is pay up front, commit annually. We're looking at annual pricing. They do have monthly available. So the total cost per year ends up being $3,348 for this plan. And this includes all of those same features from the pay-go, except it also has unlimited jobs. And then moving up to the premier plan, it is $559 per month, pay up front, commit annually. So that total cost comes out to $6,708 per year. And that includes everything previously, as well as a hiring plan, requisition approvals, native language options, single sign-on, dedicated account manager, and custom onboarding. And then beyond this, they also have premium tools you can add on at any plan level, pretty much. Video interviews, which I don't know if this is like built into their system or not, or what that looks like, but that's $159 per month billed annually. And texting, so you can text from a mobile app or desktop. And then assessment, which is make data-driven decisions about which talent moves forward. So I'm guessing that's like, you know, your PI assessments or whatever else you might need. And that starts at $119 per month billed annually. And that I would like to, pricing wise, compare this just for context to someone else in the space that people commonly compare them to. This is all based on Google data. So the top 2 compared are Greenhouse and Lever. Both of those do not publicly list their pricing. Lever, I believe you can, but it's gated. So I did not necessarily want to jump through those hoops, but I did find Jazz HR does list theirs, and they are also compared. They're the 3rd most compared product to Workable. So we are going 3rd tier, but to give you a good idea. And honestly, I don't usually even trust companies that don't list their pricing anyways. So they have their 3 tiers. They have Hero, Plus, and Pro. So Hero is intuitive recruiting for small teams. So this includes job posting and syndication, post up to 3 jobs at once, add more jobs for just $9 per job per month. Hero pricing for staffing companies is $99 a month. This runs at $39 a month on an annual plan. So do your math. It includes unlimited users and 3 open jobs. I like that they kind of use their iconography to give you the takeaways. The hard part is like the takeaways aren't much different between the 3 beyond just like the open job amount. So most popular is the Plus plan, which is limitless hiring software. It's $239 per month on an annual plan. They specify on an annual plan, but then do per month. Usually you would kind of see the both annual and monthly offered, but so that includes job posting and syndication, applicant tracking system, interview and assessments. This comes with unlimited users again, but is also unlimited jobs, open jobs. The pro level is $359 per month on an annual plan. That includes unlimited users, unlimited job openings, job posting and syndication, applicant tracking system, interviews and assessment. It adds in offers and e-signatures, reporting and compliance, and all access support. So, and you can view additional features that are not included with Plus, view our add-ons below. So they also have add-ons available. All access support, $49 a month, career page customization. So this is something that comes standard with Workable. Bulk emails, single sign-on, offers an e-signature. Oh yeah, so you can kind of custom build your own plan a little bit. I think both of these companies seem to have like similar cultures around, you know, like what they want customers to expect out of a product. So that's fun to see. Okay, so moving on to compatibility. Right out the gate, it is browser-based, so compatible across any operating system. There's a mobile app available, so that is great. Yes, so Workable is on Android. So we partner with the biggest names and most popular tools in recruiting and HR, which means you can access everything you need to make your next great hire, including skills, tests, background checks, onboarding, and more, without leaving Workable. Okay, so transfer candidate data from Workable to HRIS, automatically smooth. Onboarding, enroll hired candidates into your onboarding process automatically. Job advertising, they have 200 plus free and premium job boards that they partner with. Source candidates with specialist tools and automatically add them to your Workable hiring pipeline. Ton in that space, which is still fun that they have all those connections. So referrals, automatically post jobs to third-party referral platforms and track referrals in your pipeline. Email and calendar, sync Workable. Sorry if you're using Yahoo, you got left out. Moving on to assessments. This was what I was actually really curious about. They have a native assessment product, but you can also integrate video interviews. Okay, this was what I was really curious about. So if you have a third-party service, it looks like Jobma, Human, My Interview, video screening, which we've actually done a video on those, you can integrate those, but you can also use, and they do have one, Workable's native screening solution. So in case you were wondering what that looks like, yeah, they have their own built-in video interviewing. So that's pretty awesome. Good job. I like that. All right. Background checks. Awesome. They integrate with a lot of different places for background checks, single sign-on, business intelligence. Yes. Integrate your raw recruiting data through Amazon Redshift with your preferred business intelligence tools. Cool. Keep your analytics on fire. Other integrations, whether you're serving employee surveys or using HR chatbots to improve your recruiting process, Workable has you covered. Connect all types of tools and tap into our Zapier integration and connect your Workable with 2,000 plus apps. A lot of good stuff there. The Zapier one's big. I think every company should work with Zapier, or if this, then that, something. Empower your people. And then custom with Workable's world-class tech solutions team. Nothing's out of reach. Connect to Workable with custom integrations built to meet your hiring needs. Ultimate, Oracle. That's great. All right, looking at installation, this is going to be a long one. All right, so be ready. Sip that coffee. It's installed. I filled out one form and I confirmed my email, and it is installed. So it's browser-based. I don't know what you want from me. Good job. All right, moving into our next little segment here, user interface. So far, first impressions, the first moment in here. I like it. I'm digging it. Without my lovely face interrupting, have our Workable logo, which takes us to the same page we're on. Good. Jobs, same page we're on. Post a job, explore product. Candidates, where we get to load our talent pool. We can filter by stage, sourced, applied, phone screen, assessment, interviewed, offer, and hired. Okay, this is awesome. Inbox. And I think a lot of this really does come back to the philosophy around hiring has really shifted to HR really reaching out and identifying applicants. That's definitely become the more new wave approach to the hiring process. And it is very different, but tools like this make it possible, make it very easy to jump in. We have Workable referrals. Interesting. Referrals, social shares. Okay, so diving a bit more in, let's go back to our front page. I like this. I mean, obviously it's a standard top bar approach. Some people have been doing the left bar, but honestly, I like the top bar more. It's a little bit cleaner and it definitely should scale better, whether you're doing a smaller screen or larger. Good design approach, comfortable, familiar, it works. Great. Trust radius, what does that do? Does it pop us to, okay, cool. So our careers page that is included with, well, that's lovely to see. Let's post a job. All right, test jobber. We don't have a department yet, so that's fine. Location, the moon. About the role. This role is built to test things out, unbox the truth, or even, I don't know which direction I was going with that, alter truth. No, I'm kidding. That's like some kind of power that unboxing has. That is not there at all. Eyes, ears, mouth, not required to be functional. Benefits, gold by the pound every morning. No others included. Like an online service, like what? Huh? All right, so employment details, blah, blah, blah. Annual salary from 188,000. Check any issues in red. What got flagged out of all of this? The moon? No! This test job is going to receive 800 applications. That's right, it's test jobber. Okay, it's a nice little preview. Minimum 700 characters in review. The request to post this job on 4 of 8 free job rules. Make sure to delete that very quickly. Get off to start premium job boards, social campaigns, referrals, free job boards, invite recruiters, a few smaller actions you can take. Website connect. That makes sense. Job short link. Cool. Job mailbox. Oh, even better. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Okay. Interview kits, video interview, assessments. Limited time to think. 3 minutes to answer. Cool. All right, what do you consider non-negotiable grocery list items? Sharing this interview. What does the preview look like? I'm excited. Okay. Oh, this looks very lovely. I'm ready. Let's start. Oh, allow access. Well, that really wonked that camera out. Okay, so just so you know, if you have an HD camera, it's going to get skewed heavily. Oof. Testing my network. All right, good. And we're recording. All right, so when I think about non-negotiables on my grocery list, coffee, for sure. If I don't have at least 20 pounds of coffee in the home at all times, I get like nervous jitters, not coffee jitters. Those are different. They're not connected in any way. No way. Other essentials, protein. This could be in any form, plant, meat, whatever's in stock and looks all right. I'm cool with. Need it. Vegetables. I think whatever has a prettier sign that week, that's what I eat. My rule. I like to mix it up, and the pretty sign rule always keeps me engaged with new vegetables. Protein. We have veggies. We have liquid. We need some kind of fruit. I'm not a big fruit person. If I'm being 100%, bananas are solid. I enjoy potassium, but otherwise, that's where it ends for me. That gives our one take, and honestly, I'm like, I don't need other takes. I love this. I think it's fantastic. Review, did it fix it? Oh no, so it keeps it scale. It's weird that they have it set to 4:3. I will say that. It's weird that they have it set to 4:3. It's more weird that video signal is getting conformed to 4:3. I'm sure most web cameras aren't gonna have an issue with that. I obviously am using more professional DSLR cameras attached to my computer. I just happen to have 2 of them. Most people won't have a problem with that, but in case someone's interviewing from like a video position and want to use a good camera, they're going to be skewed and it's not going to look that good. Thank you for sharing this interview. Cool. All right, so that's pretty sweet. I gotta say, I'm digging that. The video interview process. So that's pretty nice that it doesn't have to be like a 2-way. It's a single way. It's like it's solved. You can schedule in a Zoom interview with that integration if you want to do something a little bit more hands-on, but otherwise, and you can let them preview. You can kill the preview ability on the content of the interview. We got candidates. Did I load myself in as a candidate on accident? People search. So this is our agenda where you can schedule things together. And I'm assuming you can also integrate it with your Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar, whatever calendar you're using. Give me the reports. This is taking a long time to load. Probably because I have 0 data, so it's confused why I would look at reports. I'm a little impatient. I'm definitely chalking this one up to user error. I don't think I can count this against Workable. Publish test job. You can filter by those. You can look at candidates. I like the labeling system. It's pretty cool. Obviously, I'm not like really testing that in depth right now. The filter search, the filtering method and tagging method in here is really premium. So this is back to the dashboard where it looks like once a job is in, explore product. Comparing sample data. I could have done this the whole time. Aha, now we got all the data. Yeah, let's look at our candidates now. Sample data. Ooh, okay. So people get their own pictures. We got a lot of candidates. I don't have any Bobs out of all that. What about Charles? No Charles. Dave. Jessica Dare. So that's pretty, this is a very technical note, but the fact that their search is searching like within a variance, that's really fun to see. Especially when you're thinking about names, like how often do you like forget what someone's name was, but you're like, it was in the general direction of Chadwick, but ended up being Chucky. I don't know. Horrible example, but I'm just saying people aren't always great with names, and if you're dealing with hundreds, that totally makes sense that you'd forget. Ooh, looking at activity stream, we got a bunch of send the email, sent this assessment, sent this thing, did this thing, move candidate to this stage. Yeah, cool. So I'm digging it. This is Workable. This is live and in charge in what it's doing. Initially for resources, we saw that we had our the guided walkthrough. We have sample data, which those alone for the way this tool functions is phenomenal. I wish I kind of opened with it because I kind of just like, oh, should I just start shoving stuff in here? When it comes to like blogs and other stuff, let's hit our question mark. We have getting started. What does this do? Oh, cool. Perfect. Lovely resource page. One of the first, it's a logical place where it's put. Resources and support don't always need to be separated. They have a lot of overlapping needs there. It's just, I look at resources as, can I empower myself? And I look at support as, can you help me? That is, for that reason, I always will get a little irked if they conflate them so much and then actually drop the support end of resources and support. That is why I always keep them separate. New user guide, super admin. Whoa. I wish I was that super. Nope. Awesome. I don't really even need to look too much further. It looks like some have videos, some have like visual walkthroughs. They're used Wistia, if anyone was curious, as their video management platform. So awesome. Webinars. Ooh, Workable 101, Tuesday. This is tomorrow. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm not going to do it, but I heavily appreciate that this is this easy to find. On-demand webinars, automated actions, Workable 101. So like, this is fantastic. You have blogs, you have visual aided video blogs as well for resources. You have a massive, lovely library of on-demand webinars to go through that can take you step by step with the people that run the product. That is awesome, as well as scheduled webinars that you can jump in so you can ask your own questions. Resources, pretty solid. Moving into support. This is where things could get dicey. All right, are we ready for this? You know how I feel about this. It's great when that response time is fast. Sign up for Workable trial ends here. How can I help you? I have a problem. Live chat or email, that is awesome. I would like to test the response time. All right, let's see this. And we're in after hours kind of right now, potentially, depending where they're at. Positioning queue is 1. Well, we're at 10 seconds, Meg. How long does it take you? Oh, that was fast. Doing great. You responded less than 15 seconds. That response time is fantastic. Ha ha ha. So we have personable support as well as fast support. Granted, I would love to be able to review like on a technical level, like how helpful support is. And this comes up a lot in unboxings, and it's one like area I wish I could push better, but I can't without really using a product for a long extended period of time. So I am trying to give you a best approximation is they have a lot of resources available. They have very fast support. So they clearly prioritize personalized support over pushing blog articles at you. So that is like, this is, you can't really ask for much more on an opening level without diving deeper into the product. Shout out to Meg, our support today. Fantastic. This might actually be the record for fastest. All right, moving on to reviews. Let's go back into Trust Radius. Let's check out what people have to say about Workable. All right, so we have 61 reviews and ratings. They have a score of 8.1 out of 10, which is not bad at all. What's like our negative sentiment looking like? So texting, identifying duplicate candidates. Requisitions need a specific location, and there are issues if you designate as fully remote. Okay. Access to hiring team. Example, a director has a candidate profile on Workable and needs full admin access, but we cannot grant that because that would allow him to see his own profile and interview notes. Detailed reviews are like always so helpful, especially if you think about like product improvement down the line. But I mean, she also still gave it a 6 out of 10. So was not like in love with it and wants to see some of those shifts in it. Our first one actually gave it an 8 out of 10. So cool, looking at a 7 out of 10. This one, they call it fast and seamless, publishing to job boards, ease of feedback, entering collaboration with hiring team, ease of management across multiple open recs. Reporting of metrics and data visualization is not as intuitive as it could be. Interesting. So I didn't even get the reporting to load. Job archive is not easily searchable. Interesting. Diversity, targeting and tracking. That is hard. That's a slippery slope, and I get it. I could see that going in a lot of bad directions and good directions. I'm on the fence on that one. I could see that used for evil if that was a feature. And we have Sharon giving it a 10 out of 10. Paycor Holdings. So financial services, I kind of figured this would be a real like knock out of the park for financial services. Lets us create job descriptions from templates. It takes time to set search filters by skill, experience, location, and more. So the tagging has a dark side. When you add so many tags to things, it can take a while to filter through. But overall, like everything's above a 5. We had a 6, which is not great. The majority that I'm seeing are 7 and up, especially like in the last 6 months. That doesn't really nothing's overly concerning. It seems like there are a few people that are lukewarm on it. It seems like it really varies industry to industry. And that makes a lot of sense because the hiring world itself is so different from industry to industry. All right, so let's jump into our final scoreboard here. Looking over at pricing, we're going to be giving them a thumbs up. So their pricing, like when you look at the sheer amounts, they were competitive across. They were a little pricier on some features, but they include some features standard compared to Jazz HR. And moving on to compatibility, it is available across any device pretty much. It has mobile apps on Android and iPhone, has tons of integrations. So many integrations from HMS to assessments to job boards to everything else in between. Yeah, no, compatibility is definitely a thumbs up. Moving into installation, also a thumbs up. Browser-based makes life so much easier. If you got angry that you had to confirm your email address, you do not prioritize your own security, and you're not going to survive in the future world where MFA is required across every single website. Moving on to user interface, I like the aesthetic. It wasn't too bold. It wasn't too anything like that. It let you really focus on what information's there, especially as you start seeing like candidates with their like profile pictures and whatnot. I really dug that. It was stable. I didn't encounter really any issues beyond the reporting, which I do believe that's a user error or a situation issue. If it's not, if any users have experienced that same issue, comment below, let me know about it. Given everything else, I'm going to give them a thumbs up on user interface. Looking at resources, we're going to give them a thumbs up. They have across mediums. They have a guided tour. They have videos available. They have webinars available. They have webinar events that you can join in on, like upcoming, as well as on demand. They have blogs with image, text, video. Like, they have everything possible available that really you could ask for. Whether it's niche enough questions, I would argue that that pushes you into the support bracket, which will be our next category. Moving on to support. The 10 to 15 second time Meg popped on in, that was fantastic. That was great. The fact that they offer up email or chat available like right away. There wasn't like questions of where do I go? What do I do for support? That really to me is like when you're already anxious, when you're having problems, you want as few barriers as physically possible between you and your solution, because you're talking money. You're talking time, you're talking, I mean, being emotionally compromised in a situation if you're frustrated enough. So having that quick support, feeling respected is phenomenal. The personalized support, like that was, I was talking to a real person and I felt like that. Let me again know if you've had maybe more technical support experience in the comments and you had a different experience with that, or if you've had a good experience, like definitely let me know about that. We didn't see a lot of support issues come up in our reviews that we were looking at, so I would love to hear more about that. Support gets a thumbs up easily. And looking at reviews, this is, I feel like the only one that really I could see kind of potentially could go another route. And a lot of that comes down to, I think, use case. We had a few, you know, like less than stellar, like 8 and 9s are like the easy bang it out of the park. They're between 8 and 10 on Trust Radius. And then we've looked through a few other websites and it's a similar sentiment across all of them. It seems like there's some work to be made on the product on a very more specific and fine-tuned scale to really kind of send it home for a lot of users. But overall, it really is a positive sentiment. No one's saying don't use this tool. That's not something that's coming up. No one's saying there aren't positives. No one's outweighing a review with like 1 positive and 6 negatives. Like, we're not seeing that happen. So it doesn't really support saying that there's a negative reviewer sentiment. There's positive reviewer sentiment. They bring up valid arguments, really, but it's not necessarily things that stop work from getting done. It's inconveniences that make it take a little bit longer, but it's something that you're probably gonna run across on a lot of different tools. So I'm gonna give overall for reviews a thumbs up. That pretty much is an easy go for me. And obviously now we're looking at like our final, can we recommend Workable for use for your applicant tracking needs? Obviously they have a thumbs up across the board. It's a tool that does what it says it's gonna do. It's very easy. They go above and beyond it across most categories. So yeah, it is a thumbs up. So that is it for our Workable unboxing. Obviously they get a great thumbs up. It's fun to just have a good feel good unboxing and just have a good time with the product and not have a lot of strife against it. If you happen to use Workable or a different applicant tracking system that you prefer, definitely let us know about your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe for more, and head over to trustradius.com for detailed reviews, comparisons, and software alternatives.